Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. It's been a while since my last video, but I went to Chicago a few weeks ago and wanted to share my post-travel journaling session with the junk I collected over the week. When I tell you I collected anything and everything, I really mean it. I kept all of my receipts, food packaging, brochures, napkins, magazines. If it was trash, it was going in my purse. I wanted to dedicate my first spread to the travel day and our first full day there. So my friend Erica and I actually took a red-eye flight on Friday night and landed super early on Saturday morning. So after we got situated and took a much needed nap, we actually went out to the river that they dyed green for St. Patty's Day, and it was actually really cool. I had never seen the Green River before, and it was never really anything that interested me ever, but we figured we were already in the city and we were there for St. Patrick's Day coincidentally, so why not go and check it out? And I was actually really shocked at how green the river was. I don't know, I think I kept my expectations low so that it wouldn't be a disappointment, but it was actually a huge highlight of the trip. Afterwards, we ate some Chinese food for dinner and it was so good. So this spread is kind of a hodgepodge of my travel day, where I kept the bag from Garrett's popcorn that I bought in Midway Airport, my boarding pass, my luggage claim sticker, and I used up some brochures that I collected along the Riverwalk with Chicago skyline to kind of just set the mood. And then I used parts of the to-go menu from the Chinese restaurant that we ate at with some cutouts of the dishes so that I can remember it. I am really terrible at remembering restaurant names, which is so sad because I really do love trying new places and restaurants, but I just never remember the names of places, so hopefully this habit can change that. And that's the beauty of junk journaling that I love, where something as simple as dinner with friends can become a core memory where you remember the restaurant's name and the dishes you ate and the conversations you had all through a creative spread. And this is the first spread of my Chicago trip. This next spread is dedicated to Portillo's, which is like a chain fast food restaurant in Chicago, and the Chicago hot dog. Before my trip, I had my heart set on trying out a Chicago hot dog. I've had one before, but it was like at 3 a.m. and it was delivered to our Airbnb, so I didn't feel like I had a true Chicago hot dog experience. So if you've never had a Chicago hot dog before, it's a hot dog served in a poppy seed bun with mustard, relish, white onions, tomato slices, a pickle, some peppers, and celery salt, which all sounds like an insane combination, but for some reason it works so well together. I found this magazine at the airport when we landed and immediately grabbed one strictly for the hot dog on this cover. I don't know if it was free or not, but it definitely went home with me. The restaurant itself was inspired by the 30s and 40s and had a lot of like vintage posters and graphics, so all of the packaging was so cute and I kept everything. I kept the bag that all of the food was packaged in, I kept the wrapper paper for the hot dog, I kept the little like French fry holder thing. It was just so cute. Like the graphic of the dog logo is so cute, so I just wanted to put that everywhere. As for my opinion on the hot dog itself, I loved it. And I honestly still think about getting a Chicago hot dog, and found out that there's actually a Portillo's in Southern California, so that already makes me so happy to know. Of course, I had to have Chicago pizza while I was there. We actually tried two places, Giordano's and Lou Maltini's. I'm so sorry if I messed up those names, but I've heard those are the two big competitors in Chicago, so we wanted to give those a chance. Even though they both have very similar menus, their approach to pizza is very different in my opinion. Giordano's is very saucy and cheesy, and the crust is a lot thicker, so if you're looking for that traditional iconic Chicago pizza cheese pull, Giordano's is the place you want to try. But if you're looking for a more balanced pizza, I feel like Lou's is a little bit better at that. There was definitely a lot more toppings in the Lou's pizza, since there was less sauce and less cheese, so it was really subjective to what experience you want with your Chicago pizza. I will say though, Lou's has a really good salad. I think it's just called their special salad or the Lou's salad. I don't remember the name, to be honest, but it had this vinaigrette that really helped cut the heaviness from the pizza. So if you try Lou's, I definitely recommend getting the salad as well. Honestly, I can't even pick between the two, but if I had to, I would give bonus points to Giordano's a little bit more, just for having more junk to work with. And that is my spread dedicated to Chicago pizza. For my last spread, I threw together all of the dessert that I had that week because I am a true believer that dessert is its own separate stomach. I can be full from dinner, but the second someone asks if I want any dessert, I'm immediately answering yes. So these are the scraps that I collected from Magnolia Bakery, where we got J-Hope's special edition banana pudding. It was essentially their regular banana pudding, but I think they just dyed the vanilla wafers blue in celebration of his new single, Sweet Dreams. And we also got ice cream from Kilwins and Jenny's. So I collected napkins from both ice cream places because, I don't know, I feel like ice cream places always have the cutest napkins. But yeah, these are the spreads that I created with all of the junk that I collected from my week in Chicago. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you again next time. Bye! Oh, I need to say YouTube things, so please subscribe and like the video. Thank you! Okay, bye!